Welcome, everyone. My name is Jitesh Jaggi. I'm the program coordinator, office manager for the National Indo-American Museum, NIAM. Um, Welcome, everyone. I see some familiar faces and some new faces. This is very exciting. If you wanted to join the Taste of India, you have found yourself at the right place, at the right Zoom link. Thank you so much for spending your Saturday morning with us. Um, Taste of India, we have been doing for many years now, but this year it's the fifth in this year alone. So thank you for joining us. We have a very special guest featured chef for this edition. As the regulars know, we have a new chef in every episode. So yeah, you will hear more. And we also have a very special host. You'll hear more. I want to thank our presenting sponsor, US Bank. And for people who have, for a lot of guests who have, this is the first time they have joined us, who are we? NIAM, or the National Indo-American Museum. We build bridges across generations and connect cultures through diverse, colorful stories of all Indian Americans. This is a museum from Indian Americans, but for everyone. So everyone is welcome here today. We have a very special host for the day. I want to very warmly welcome and introduce everyone to Lakshmi Menon. Lakshmi was a board member and actually a founding member of the museum and was a board member until this very year. Now she's our alumni, but she has joined us one more time to kind of help the museum. So Lakshmi is a co-founder of the National Indo-American Museum. She's a writer and community volunteer committed to intercultural exchange and a past president of the Indo-American Center Board of Directors. Those in the Chicago area know in Devon, there's the Indo-American Center. She has served on the boards of several community and neighborhood organizations and is often a resource for Indian American content in Chicago mainstream media and events. I personally met Lakshmi during my interview process for the museum, but also Lakshmi had received an award when I joined the museum from the Chicago Cultural Alliance, CCA. They're an organization of all these little museums in the Chicago area. So I'm very happy that Lakshmi has joined us today. Let me add her to the spotlight. Good morning, Lakshmi. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Jitesh. Thank you for that glowing introduction.
Absolutely. If you don't mind talking to our audience about the Taste of India, please.
Yeah, sure. But, I want to extend a very warm NIAM welcome to everyone gathered online today. Before I start with the Taste of India specifics, I want to make sure all of us here know about the exhibition that's going on. It's our inaugural exhibition that's taking place at NIAM's Umang and Paragi Patel Center in Lombard, Illinois. And if you can make it tomorrow at 3, you will get an introduction rather to Indian American contemporary artists. And then you can view this fascinating exhibition where 9 well-known Indian American contemporary artists have given expression to what it means to be part of the diaspora. And I think you will really enjoy the introduction and viewing this multimedia exhibition. It will be running through March, but do try to make it tomorrow. And also we have a series of very exciting programs for the rest of the weeks that the exhibition is running. And November 7th is a Children's and Family Diwali event. And then in December, we have a dance interpretation of some of the works of art on display by Natya Dance Theatre. The list goes on, and it's really quite a wonderful way to augment what is on exhibit right now. So make it a point to go visit. That done, I want to tell you, as Jitesh said, a little bit about Taste of India. First of all, it's wonderful to have a presenting sponsor like US Bank that really appreciates the importance of bringing cultures together and how wonderfully well food works to make that happen. Taste of India does that. It uses food as a great way for people to understand the incredible diversity of the Indian American community. Pre-COVID, of course, we used to have our guided walk along Devon Avenue, and there would be a taste of cuisines of different regions of India. And from that, we would help participants explore and understand the culture and the climate in which those cuisines originated. Once the pandemic clouds struck and we went online, we found unexpectedly that this way of doing things does offer a silver lining, because now we're not limited to walking along the Indian marketplace on Chicago's Devon Avenue. We can connect with audiences and chefs anywhere in the world. And that brings us to the fact that today we are connecting with Naples, Florida, where we have a fabulous chef Asif Syed, who started actually the first Indian restaurant in Naples, Florida, 21 Spices. He is something else. He has just won so many awards and accolades, ranging from Curry King of Tampa Bay through beating Bobby Flay, through recognition by James Beard and all sorts of leading food and wine authorities. And right now, the latest thing is he's been featured in a documentary called The Teaching Chef, which has gone on to win awards. So this is a multi-talented, tremendously energetic person. And we are delighted that he's taken time off from all his activities to come and tell us today about his journey to Naples, Florida, and about the dishes that he's going to demonstrate. So Chef Asif, please welcome and thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much, Lakshmi.
Well,
that was a great introduction. Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. My name is Chef Asif. I welcome you all for a virtual cooking class here at 21 Spices in Naples, Florida. Can we show them our station? I want audience to see. Yeah. So this is 21 Spices, and we are all set with all the beautiful spices, and we're going to have a wonderful menu today, which you all will be joining me to run.
So, Chef, you grew up in Hyderabad, the south central part of India, and that's a city known for its cuisine. Did that have any role to play in your choice of professions?
Yes, Lakshmi, it played a very important role in me becoming a chef, because we are very fond of food in Hyderabad, and we always, we only discuss about food all the time. On our breakfast table, we talk about lunch, and during lunch, we discuss dinner. Dinner time, we talk about breakfast. That's how we are. All the time, the discussion is about food.
And so, growing up, was there any surprise that you went into this line of work? Families are very concerned about what kind of career track their children are on.
Yeah, typical family, Hyderabadi families, they all prefer their kids to be a doctor or engineer. But I also come from a family of engineers. My brothers are all engineers. My father is an engineer. But luckily, I had a different side, and my father recognized that being a very good artist, and also fond of food and a little bit of sports. I was pretty good in sports. So that combination and creativity, my father saw that, and he suggested me to become a chef. And I think that was the best advice I ever got in my life.
Oh, that's great that you had family support in this choice. Tell us a little bit. I know the road takes you from Hyderabad to Cyprus and Mexico, and finally you end up in Naples. Speak a little bit about that journey.
So it was a very tough journey, but very rewarding. Uh, like I said, my father encouraged me to go and join hotel management and culinary arts. I received my bachelor's degree from Osmania University in Hyderabad, and then at a very young age, I left Hyderabad and went to a Greek island called Cyprus. It's a beautiful island, and I didn't realize that it will be all by myself. And the journey started there. I did my advanced diploma in culinary arts there, but while I was doing, I was working with the Greek cuisine there. Um, so it was very tough those days, and it was like you have to work yourself and pay your fee, and also study. And it was a very tough, very tough journey. And I didn't want to take any help from my family, especially my father, who sponsored my trip to Cyprus, and he could not give me more money. So I was by my own, but I saved every penny, and I graduated there. And luckily, the Marriott Corporation, they had a culinary training program those days at the JW Marriott on Marco Island, which is very close here. Uh, so they selected me, and they brought me here 21 years back, and and then the journey started. And those days there were culinary interns from all over the world used to come and train here, and I was a very shy and very quiet person, and was just wanted to cook. And at the end of my 18 months of training internship program, I was one of the best culinary interns out of 60 culinary interns from all over the world. And that gave me big confidence in my life that I can do anything without even getting European trained. But my clarity in becoming a top-notch chef, and really I am very lucky to come to this land of opportunity, and do what I wanted to do. And from there, there was no stopping. I just wanted to climb the ladder and be an executive chef. And at a very young age, the neighboring hotel, Hilton Corporation, they gave me executive chef position. And like I said, there was no looking back. 10 years, I was a successful executive chef at the Hilton Corporation, and received many awards. At a time, I was one of the best executive chef in the whole Hilton Corporation. Um, as far as the team member survey is concerned, and quality of my food. So that is how it was a journey. And I didn't stop. I didn't look back, and I kept going. And luckily, I have support from my parents. And there was a very tough time during my transition period, especially the tech time, when the information technology, people were making money. And there was a time I was in dilemma. I wanted to leave, but my father said, you don't give up. There will be a time when you will be number one chef, and then you will be proud, and everyone else who are leaving this industry, they will recognize you. So I kept my father's word, and I kept going, and told myself that I can't do anything else apart from cooking. So here I am.
Oh, great. Did you mention 21 years ago that you arrived? Because
Yes.
there happens to be the name 21 Spices, and I'm just wondering, what's this business with 21?
Yes. So 21 years back, I came to this country, and 6 years back, after appearing on Food Network in a show with Guy Fieri, I decided that I will leave my comfortable life at the corporate world and jump into starting my own business. And it was very risky. A lot of people told me, don't do it. You have 5-6 weeks of vacation. You have so many benefits. I said, I don't want to regret when I become old. So I started this restaurant called 21 Spices. That name 21 came because, I'm fascinated with the number 21 for a lot of reasons. So it's a very, very unique name, but it becomes super hit all over United States. In fact, all over the world now.
Yeah, great. So today you're going to show us a few dishes. Is there a particular reason why those specific dishes, are they the ones that are popular in this restaurant, or what's the reason?
So I chose these 3 dishes. It just came randomly. I'm an artist. What goes in my mind at that moment, I go for it. So I have so many, thousands and thousands of recipes and which I created and which I serve, which I cook. But these three things just randomly came in my mind. I said, why not? Let them enjoy some of these wonderful, recipes. So that's how I came.
Oh, good. And I think you're going to help demystify some of the complexities that seem to be associated with a dish like vegetable biryani, for example. That will be very, very helpful to those of us who are afraid to take on such complex dishes. I think are we ready to begin with our cooking demonstration, or shall we chat some more? Or what do you think, Jitesh?
Let's go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the audience is excited to see what you cook up, Chef.
Sure. Let's start this three wonderful recipes which we are going to do. And Lakshmi, you can ask me. You can in between, if you have any questions, you can definitely ask me, or we can talk about it. And so today we will be preparing three different things. One is a salad, which is a very, very dear salad to my heart. And then the other one is a biryani. Biryani is a very famous dish. It was also a national dish of India, and it happens to originate from the city where I was born, called Hyderabad. And I have traveled all over the world, but I have never tasted biryani like in Hyderabad. That I want to teach you. And then the third thing is it's a very popular dessert in Hyderabad called Shahi Tukda. We will teach you that. So the three things which we will start. First thing is the salad. It's a very unique salad called Jicama salad. Jicama is not native to Hyderabad, but I have developed that recipe here. But I wanted to share that. I wanted you to enjoy. It's a very refreshing salad, and people keep asking me, how do you prepare? And so I wanted to teach that. So let me start with the Jicama salad, or you can call it Jicama Slaw. And all my recipes are very simple, because what I have gone through is that I have lot of people I have trained all my life, and a lot of cooking classes I've been doing for last 18 years. So what I get from people is, when we open an Indian recipe book, there are so many ingredients, there are so many steps that we close the recipe. We don't want to continue cooking it because it's so complex. So I have simplified it. I make, anything I have it here is available in the market. You can buy it in American market, and it's very easy and it's very simple. So let's start with Jicama Slaw.
On that note, Chef, I'd like to add that you are known for your commitment to sustainability and traceability. So anyone who's into responsible eating can be sure that at 21 Spices, they'll get a good meal, which is also responsible environmentally.
Yes, Lakshmi, that is my foundation. So, I'm always, I encourage people to go, farm to table, use fresh ingredients, do cooking. That is a very important part. And, believe me, even if you're not interested in cooking, guess what? You can be with somebody who is interested in cooking. Just sit with them. Just enjoy what they're doing. Talk to them while they're cooking. So these are the simple things we can do. But yeah, I love farm to table, and I use fresh ingredients. That is why we are going to do this salad, which has an Indian touch to it. But some of the stuff you won't find it. But here is in Florida, it's very popular. So this is a root vegetable called jicama. I don't know how many of you know this, but it is native of Mexico and also abundantly found in Florida. I would call it a mixed taste wise. I will call it a mix of apple and pear. And so we are going to make a slaw of this. So the ingredients for this is jicama. It's the star of the dish. And then we'll use some different color bell pepper, orange, red, yellow. We want to make it very colorful salad, so that people they get attracted to food, because people eat by eyes. So first thing is your food has to be very appealing to your eyes. Red onion and a little bit of carrot. So these are the vegetable we are going to use in the salad, and then we're going to make a very, very interesting dressing, which is my own creation, and it's going to, I'm sharing with you all, but it's going to be part of my cookbook, which is going to publish in next few months. So the dressing is cilantro, honey, vinaigrette. That's it. It's very simple. So first and foremost step is you need to, this is very, very, you can peel it with a peeler, or you can slice it. So typically what I do is all these vegetables I talk about, whether it's peppers, onions, carrots, or jicama, all this thing has to be julienne. Julienne cut, that means you are making it very thin and bringing it to a shape of a matchstick, I call it. And this really gives a very good flavor. A lot of people ask me, can we do a different style? I always recommend to do it in a julienne style, because it adds of flavor. And also the dressing with cilantro, lemon juice, and honey adds up flavor, and it also have a little bit kick in it. When we go to the part of dressing, I will show you. So first thing is I want to show you the technique, how we will peel this, and how we will julienne this. So jicama is a very refreshing root vegetable, which has a lot of water content in it. It's very good for your health, and also, especially this part of United States, it's a sunshine state. We are hot all the time, so this is very refreshing. Take a little bit of salad, go out, really cool. And if you come from beach or anywhere, I love this salad. I sometimes even take it to the beach with my kids. So I'm going to peel this jicama. And what we do is, I will show you a little bit of simple technique, how you can clean the pepper and do it exactly, because we don't want to have the flesh in the pepper when we do the peppers. But jicama, I have peeled the jicama, and what we can do is, I'll show you how I'm going to cut it thin. See this jicama, look more or less like an apple or pear, So the thing is, I know it's not easy to slice it with your knife skills, and if you can do it, great. If not, use a mandolin, slice it on a mandolin. That's the best way. You can buy a nice mandolin at a store and slice it on a mandolin, like long slices, like I do right now, and slice it, and then you can cut into a shape of matchsticks. I'll show you. It's called julienne cut. And this is going to be very interesting. A lot of people ask me questions, say, when can we prepare this salad if you have a party, or how long can it be stay in the fridge? So I typically, if I have any party, I prepare like 2 days before. Actually, it's okay. You can prepare it and put in a nice plastic container and leave it in the refrigerator for 2 days. It's fine, and it's very delicious. Actually, it tastes more better. So look at this, how nice slices I did. So these kind of slices, if you do it, you can do it on a mandolin, like I said. Do it on a mandolin and stack it together, or even mandolin. You can even do julienne also, but pepper, you definitely have to do it with your hand. So I slice this, and then I'll put together. I'll cut equally. All of them has to be in equal size. That's very important, because I would always recommend all my students and all my audience to spend little time in doing your mise en place, your prep. Okay, what happens is, I remember my childhood, when my mom, mom used to cook. After the breakfast was done, she started preparing lunch, but she used to sit and nicely and cut all the vegetables in right shape, right sizes, because then the flavors come, and then it's evenly cooked. Look at this. Look at this. Can you see this? It's all julienne, nicely julienne done. So let's put this in the bowl. So I'm going to julienne all the jicama, and jicama is the star of the dish. And I would recommend you take, I have put the recipe, all the quantities in the recipe, but the star of the dish is jicama, so that has to be taken into consideration. Rest everything is color and of course flavor too. So my jicama is all julienne and everything is ready. Now the next part is I want to show you how I will do the peppers. Look at this beautiful jicama. Look at that. Okay. Now this jicama slaw you can prepare 3 days before. You can make it with dressing, everything, and leave it in the fridge. If you prepare it on Friday, it's good to go for your Sunday brunch. You won't have any problem, and it will taste actually better. So it's very crispy. It's very crispy and very. It has a lot of water content. It's very good for your health also. It's very refreshing. Especially, I'll recommend the day when you are very tired and you don't feel like doing anything. Have a small bowl of jicama slaw. Believe me, the energy will come in you.
And
All
chef,
right.
even on the third day, it's not soggy with the dressing in there?
Interestingly, it is not soggy. Can you believe it? It's not. That's why I said 3 days. But believe me, it is going to taste very good because you have to follow the steps what I'm showing you. You don't want your dressing running around, then everything is okay. You don't want to have too much dressing. So that is the only thing. If you have too much dressing, then of course you make sure the dressing is exact amount what is required, and which we will show by the way. And that way it's all mixed up in dressing, but sitting together, and then 3 days it's going to be good. It's not going to spoil, and it's going to be still crunchy. So if you don't have time, but if you have time, you can prepare it in the morning and have it in the evening if you're willing, or you can even prepare instantly if you're behind. Sometimes I don't have time and I feel like, oh, let me become a slaw, and immediately I prepare. It's okay, no problem. So this is a bell pepper. This is a typical yellow bell pepper. I just use this because all the bell peppers have different flavors, but at the same time, it has beautiful color also. So what I want to do is I cut both the ends. I want the side of this because this is very important. I want you to understand. Take your time in preparing anything, because what happens is if you're fond of cooking, you have to take time. You cannot just rush it and do stuff. So all these things, I don't waste it. All these things, I will dice it. I leave it for my stir fry or some other dish. But what I want, I will take it out from this pepper. So I'll go with this side actually. I'll take this part, like couple of this part. I don't need too much, like I said. So this part, look at this. Okay, I want to julienne. So also inside there's a flesh of water. We need to take that out. That is what can make your salad soggy. We don't want that. You see this flesh? I took out this flesh, and I just want the skin of it, but not, I'm going to say thick enough there where I can julienne it. But this part, I don't throw this part also. Actually, I leave it for my stir fry rice or something because I don't waste anything. I want to utilize it. Now I'm going to julienne this the way I did jicama, and it will be the same effect, same size. Look at this beautiful peppers. So this is going to add color to this slaw. Similarly, I'll use the other 3 kinds of pepper too. Just want to have some color. We don't want to have. We don't want it to overpower, because the star of the dish, like I said, is jicama. So now I'm using the red with the same technique. I took out the flesh out inside.
By flesh, you mean the white kind of?
Yeah, the white part. We don't want that white part, because that white part, it's not, we don't want that. But also we don't want to throw it because it has, flavor and taste. And I typically use it for my other kind of vegetarian dishes, or even if I have a lot of them, I even boil them actually, and I puree them. I grind it and puree them. So look at this red color pepper. And I always recommend my audience, this is common, but I also talk and discuss some basic things like we discuss with kids. Knife has to be sharp, always sharp knife, nice cutting board. Spend a little bit money at your kitchen. Pay attention. This is very important, because what happens is we need good health. It's very important, and for the good health, we need to have proper proper tools in kitchen, and you need at least somebody at home, at least 1 or 2% who are very interested in cooking or interested in preparing things. It's very important in every household. That will help everyone, you know. So definitely you need to have a good knife. You need to have a proper utensils at kitchen. So now I'm taking another color pepper. Let's use this also, same technique.
So while you're julienning, is there any favorite culinary experience that you can tell us about during your career?
So I have many interesting things in my culinary journey, but one of the famous was cooking for the, as a part of the team, I was cooking for the president of India, Venkatraman. And that is a big deal for me because, I always used to look up high, hey, one day I want to cook for the president of India or the prime minister of India. And I was very lucky in the initial career. I was able to do that in Hyderabad, in Raj Bhavan. So that was a very, very close to my heart and interesting.
How did that happen?
It just happened. I was part of one of the culinary team, and we went there. They took us, as a part of the prep or whatever. I was just peeling cucumbers, but at least I got to see the president of India and at least be part of the salad or whatever I prepared there.
You peeled cucumbers for the president. Not many people can say that.
But anyway, that was very interesting story. But yeah, those are the small moments. There are many moments like that in my life, which really gives me very good motivation and memories to cherish. I'm like a child. I cherish every beautiful moment of all my life, even my childhood, even my school too. I cherish every single moment. I keep it like a treasure. So this is you see this. I added a little bit carrots to it, julienne carrots, julienne peppers, and julienne jicama. You see the jicama is almost like 80% of this is jicama. So now what we'll do is we'll add a little touch of onion. Now the onion, I will tell you just be careful with onion. Onion can make your whole salad or the whole slaw soggy or watery if you add too much. Just a little touch. Okay, I just take a little touch of it. So this is red onion. You don't take white, you take red. Red is more sweet. I take red onion, touch of it. Right here. And I'm going to slice it. Same like I did all the vegetables. I'll slice this also. But I took a very little part, little bit of onion. So this is red onion. Okay, I'll just open it and just throw it in here. So we are all set with all the vegetables we wanted. First thing was jicama. Okay, 80% is jicama. Jicama is a root vegetable from Mexico. It's also abundantly found all over United States. I have seen this in Chicago. I have seen this in New York. Everywhere it goes. So it's very good. But only advice to you is make sure it's firm. Make sure it's not damaged. Make sure it's not old. It has to be fresh, because if a little bit old, it becomes it has a lot of fibers. So we just don't want fibrous, things in it. We just want to make sure there's a lot of water in there. So first thing was jicama. Then we use different kind of colors of bell pepper: red, orange, green, and yellow. And then I add a little touch of carrots to it. I have some beautiful Floridian grown heirloom carrots. Look at this, different colors of carrot. I use some little bit of yellow carrot in there. This is a nice red carrot. You don't see that often, but this carrot we use to make a carrot pudding in India called gajar ka halwa, and I love that. And I love this carrot. This is the best carrot to use that. You can't prepare with any other carrot, but I love those sweet carrots. So all this has been julienne. I showed you how the technique to julienne it. I have peeled it. You can use a mandolin to slice it, or if your knife skills are good, you can slice it and julienne it. Make sure it is like this. Okay, all of them are like this, same equal size. your salad is ready to go. So typically in India, there is always an accompaniment salad. Little bit of salad is prepared, whether it's inside the yogurt or little bit with oil or even plain also. There's some kind of salad is always available with side. Uh, but at least one kind of salad is there always. We also happen to put it inside the yogurt also. We chop up onions, cucumbers, or anything, and we call it raita. There are different kinds of raita too, but this is a salad I always use with my Indian food. In fact, this salad I'll be using extensively for a new venture I'll be starting pretty soon on November 1st, right on water here in Naples.
You were the one to introduce Indian cuisine to Naples, would you say? You opened the first Indian restaurant. It probably was a tremendous challenge for the residents of the area who may not have been familiar with Indian food at all.
So yes, I was the first one to open an Indian restaurant here in Naples. There are close to 1,000 restaurants here, but it was a big challenge, and I like to take challenge. And Naples is my home, and after India, I look this place as my home because I've lived here for so long, and it was a big challenge. But I didn't want to leave my ground. I don't want to go to a bigger city and do things which everybody is doing. I said, as long as my food has, the authenticity of what memories what I've learned back home during my foundation, and if I bring from farm to table, if I bring freshest ingredients, I think I should be good. But there were a lot of people who didn't trust and believe me and told me that you're doing a big mistake and doing here, you should have done it in a bigger city. I said to them very clearly that I have crossed 7 seas to come here, and I'm a chef.
Wonderful. Yeah. Just heard
can you hear me now? Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, that's good. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So definitely I had challenges here in Naples because 98% of the people here are from Midwest and all other places. So they're not that familiar with Indian cuisine. But I was very confident because I know American palate more than anybody else. I got that under control. So I was very confident that they will love my food. They will enjoy the spices, and people are very. They want to experiment new things, but as long as you present it well and as long as it's fresh. So this restaurant, my confidence turned out to be bright, and this is a big restaurant. It is an 8,000 square foot restaurant. It's a 250 cover restaurant. So sometimes you can't get a reservation here. So people love it, and they enjoy Indian food. And I've become like an ambassador of Indian food all over Florida. And I'm very proud to say that. And I showcase in a lot of different food festivals and even on Food Network. I showcase my heritage, my food. And I want people to enjoy Indian food like they do in Europe and other countries. And we are behind here in America, where there is a one of the most popular cuisine in the world, which is not showcased well, and which is not available that much. So I have taken the charge. Anyway, going back to this salad, this Jicama Slaw. The slaw is all ready. Like I told you, I sliced jicama, I sliced peppers, carrot, onion, and now dressing part. So dressing part, what I typically do is I make the dressing in a small food processor or blender. But what we will do right now is, since I don't want to move out from the frame, what we will do is we will prepare right inside it. Okay, so first thing, what I'll do is I'll add some olive oil. Okay, olive oil is very important. All the quantities are in your recipe book. The recipe, you can follow that. But just to show you, I add some olive oil to the dressing. I'm making right inside the salad itself. I added olive oil, and you don't use any kind of oil except for olive oil. It has very good flavor, especially for salad. And then freshly squeezed Freudian limes, and honey. And then what we'll do is we have this beautiful cilantro or fresh coriander, you call it. I'm going to chop it and use the leaves. So cilantro is it's very, very popular. Every kind of vegetable you find in India, you have it in Florida here because of the climate. So that's what I also love to, I feel like this is my home. The cilantro just came from a neighboring farm here. And I have all ties up with all the farmers here. They bring me all kind of Indian vegetable, whether it's okra, whether it's a small Indian eggplant, or any kind of herbs, Indians, we use it. So I get all those things from the local farms here. This cilantro, I just took some leaves of this, and I'm going to show you a basic technique. A lot of us do a lot of mistakes when we chop cilantro. Two ways. You can also make dressing inside the salad itself, or what you can do is you can prepare in a food processor. So sometimes I do in a food processor if it's a big quantity. So let me chop this. Since I'm showing you here. So cilantro is very similar to basil. So you only chop it one time. You don't do it like parsley. Keep that in your mind. Cilantro is only wrap up all the leaves together and slice it one time. And you're done. Okay? Because this mistake we do, what we do is we try to chop it many, many times like parsley. What happens? It turns black. You don't want to lose those flavors. One time, it's done. So, right, this parsley, we're going to throw it inside the salad. So now, salt. A touch of salt. Like I said to you, you can do this dressing right in the food processor also, but also you can do it right inside it. Touch of hot cayenne pepper or chili powder, we call it. That's it. Nothing else. It's done. So now, wearing gloves, I mix this. Look at this. Beautiful salad. The dressing had olive oil, freshly squeezed lemon juice, salt, cayenne pepper, honey.
And that's quite a lot of cilantro compared to the salad. I'm a little bit taken aback by that. Yeah, that should be a good flavor.
Lakshmi, the quantity of salad I prepared is a little bit more. The bowl is a little bit bigger. I don't know if you see in the camera, but definitely cilantro is big. This also because it goes very well with this salad, and also it's very refreshing. If you ever observed, use some cilantro in any kind of salads, whether it is a cucumber salad or anything. It's very refreshing, and I love to use a lot of cilantro here at my restaurant. I don't think anybody in Naples use more cilantro and mint than me. Now, this salad is ready to go. I'm going to present it. I'm going to show the audience how it looks like. Again, this can be prepared 3 days before, and this stays very fresh. It won't be bad, and it will be good. And
it looks delicious.
It is very refreshing salad, especially after a hard day of work, or you want to treat someone at your house for a barbecue, spicy dinner, or any kind of dinner. You can always do it. It's very simple, like I told you. Jicama, peppers, different colors, different kinds of peppers. Jicama. Now, when I say peppers, it's bell pepper.
Yeah.
Bell pepper. Yeah, bell peppers, onions, a little bit of carrot, and I made a dressing. It's called cilantro honey dressing. It has cilantro, honey, lemon juice, olive oil, a little bit of salt, and a little touch of kick to it with cayenne. So,
and chef, is this a good accompaniment for the vegetable biryani you're going to show us?
It is fantastic accompaniment for a vegetable biryani, and also many Indian dishes, because I have made this salad. Why I'm trying to teach the audience today is also another reason, is that a lot of my Indian friends, when they eat Indian food, whether it's biryani or any kind of spicy Indian food, they always appreciate this salad. They say that, oh, wow, this is so good. How did you prepare it? It goes so well with Indian food. So that is the main reason I'm showing this, and it goes well with other cuisine too. But of course, uh, I would encourage you all prepare this and make it look how beautiful this looks like.
Yeah,
Okay?
that looks really tempting.
It's very tempting.
Yeah.
It holds pretty good, and I get a lot of questions about salad all the time from my fans and my guests and my students. So I always teach them different kinds of salad, and this is one of the most popular salad right here.
Yeah.
Any questions you have about this salad, Lakshmi, before I go further?
No, I'm getting eager to see the vegetable biryani, because normally you think of biryani as a non-vegetarian, like a chicken or a lamb, mutton biryani. So I'm very curious about this one.
So yes, I encourage you all to prepare one of the most popular dish from India, and also happens to be originated from Hyderabad, where I come from. And typically, like a lot of them are not familiar with this is a very ancient recipe, which was given to me, and which was also prepared by my mother. And I want to showcase that. And you prepare this at home, you're going to love this recipe. And this is a vegetable biryani. I call it like a rice casserole, in American terminology. But first and foremost thing, I soaked rice. This is a basmati rice. Now, basmati rice is available all over United States. You can find it at Costco, Sam's Club, supermarkets, everywhere. So I took basmati rice. This is the first step, and this basmati rice, I washed it 3 times. Okay, follow these steps. 3 times I washed it with my fingers. Make sure all the starch is out. And then the next thing I did is I soaked it for 45 minutes. So follow these steps, because the key is Indian basmati rice is very aromatic. And the beauty of cooking this rice is that it has to be the whole grain. The grains has to become long when it's done. And the biryani rice is very critical. You don't want to overcook the biryani rice. You don't want to undercook it. So for that, these are the first and foremost steps. First step is washing the rice 3 times, soaking it for 45 minutes. And then on the other side, what I'm going to do is I'm boiling some water. This is just a plain water. Can you bring it close? This water is just a boiling water. Let the water boil, because then you need to add some cardamom pods. Let this water become flavorful. A little bit of cinnamon stick, bay leaf, touch of salt. Let this water boil. You want all the flavors and a little touch of cilantro. Let this water boil. We need some good flavor in the water, because this water will help us cook the rice later. But I want the water to vigorously boil for like at least 10-15 minutes. That way all the flavors from spices and the herbs should go inside. And I also added cumin seeds. Let this water boil. Now, first step was rice. We wash the rice, we soak the rice. Second step was we boil water. Third step is that we will going to have the vegetable biryani. The vegetables which you're going to take are carrots, potatoes, green beans, green peas, that's it. You're not going to take anything else. Why? Because this holds pretty good. You don't want to add anything else to it, because this is very flavorful. This will be great. You will see that. So what I do is there's a way of cutting these vegetables. I'm very particular about doing my preparation before I make any dish. And this dish, I would say, vegetables has to be cut in a very proper manner. It's called a diamond shape, vegetable. So first thing, I'll show you the potatoes, how I peel the potatoes. I'm just rushing with my knife, but I want you to use a peeler.
So chef, is this biryani from your grandfather's cookbook?
This biryani is from my grandfather's cookbook, which was never published, but it was part of the family. And also this biryani, it's called Miloni Tarkari Ki Biryani. Miloni means mixed vegetable biryani. My grandfather was very fond of cooking. My grandmother was too. So they came up with a cookbook of their own, and their recipes, which was very good before India got independent.
Wait, we lost you.
Yeah, I think you'll have to connect again, chef. Is that Raphael's phone? Yeah, we can see you talking, but we can't hear you, chef. I think it disconnected. No problem. I think we can connect it again. Yep.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yes.
Let's keep going.
Sorry about that. So vegetable biryani, this is the third step. This is peel potatoes. I'm going to show you the right technique of how to cut the vegetable for vegetable biryani. This is very important, and this will really mean a lot because all the vegetables will cook evenly and good. So I slice this a little bit thick. So what I'll do is I'll cut them diamond shape. How I do it, I'll show you. I slice it biased like this. You can see it like a diamond shape. Okay, all my vegetables are diamond shaped. Okay, this is very interesting because a lot of people don't realize that they think that they can do of the vegetable and put it like that. No, the flavors won't be great because every detail counts in cooking. Every detail counts in cooking. Follow that, and then believe me, you're going to get exactly the same flavors like I'm doing right now. So all my potatoes have been cut into diamond shape. Now I'm going to also cut carrots in diamond shape. Slice it.
So you cut everything on the angle.
I cut it on an angle. I make it look like a diamond shape. And this is called a diamond cut. So all my vegetable, I cut into diamond shape. And then the green beans also, I cut it biased, but this much of length. I would say this length, okay? Green beans. So all these vegetables are cut. Then what we will do is we will fry this vegetable. Now we have to fry this vegetable individually. First thing, we can fry the potatoes and make sure that it is almost like 80% of the potatoes are cooked in a fryer separately and take it out. Then you fry the carrots. Let the carrot be almost 80%, take it out. Carrot cooks a little bit faster. And then green beans cooks in flash. So you just need to flash it in a hot oil and take it out. So all these vegetables, after you fry it, it becomes like this.
Are you talking deep fry or pan fry?
I am talking about deep fry.
Okay.
I'm talking about deep fry, okay? All the vegetables have been deep fried individually because every vegetable have a different frying temperature and different frying time. So potatoes, these are diamond shaped potatoes already fried. And then carrots have already been fried separately, deep fried. The green beans, look at this, how nice it looks like. It's green beans also have been deep fried. So all these things have been deep fried already. If you can see it.
Looks good, yeah.
Okay. First step. Third step. first step was rice. Second step, we started boiling water. Third step was this vegetable. We cut it and we fried it. And then what we do is we add some green peas to it. This is the green peas. Okay, I add some. And you don't want to take any other vegetable. That's enough. And also, you want people to enjoy. You want people to enjoy this and not guess too many vegetables in it. That's it. Look at the mixture, how beautiful it looks like. Everything is fried. Now I mix all together. Okay. So I'm going to show you a very simple technique how to marinate. Lakshmi, can you hear me? Well,
yes.
Okay. All right. So now this vegetable, let me show you how to marinate this vegetable now. A lot of people don't know this, but they think that you have to cook it in a pan, all the vegetables. No, you don't have to. For biryani, you don't have to. Right here, these vegetables, first and foremost thing, I will add fresh yogurt. Okay, this is a fresh yogurt. Back in India, we use cow yogurt or we even use buffalo. In Hyderabad, buffalo's milk is very popular. So this is a yogurt, or here you can use the Greek yogurt or any whole milk yogurt. So let's put some yogurt in it. And then the good news for vegans is if you don't eat any animal product, you can use some cream from the coconut. That is your replacement. So if you are vegan, but most of the 100% of Indians will eat cow yogurt. This is the one. And then I'll add a touch of salt. Little bit of ginger garlic. Ginger, equal quantity of ginger and equal quantity of garlic processed in a food processor and into a paste. I added 2 spoons to it. And then now I add a little bit of curry powder. This curry powder is very popular in the United States. You can go to any supermarket. Doesn't matter which supermarket is there. Go buy the curry powder. The curry powder is the mixture of turmeric, coriander seeds, cumin seeds, and then it can vary too. But mostly that is what it is. So I add 2 spoons of this. And then now there is another spice which is very popular in Indian food. And this spice, you can find it in the market, in Indian market, or you can prepare yourself. But now this spice varies. Every recipe varies. This is called garam masala. My garam masala is very aromatic, very good because I prepare it here. I take all my spices. I will tell you the recipe, and then I roast it in the oven. I take it out, let it cool down, and I grind it. So my garam masala has cinnamon sticks, cloves, cardamom, bay leaf, cumin seeds, black pepper, and star anise. So all this mixture together, grinded, this is what it comes out to. Okay, I'll add 1 spoon to it.
So depending on which brand curry powder you buy or garam masala you buy, the flavor of your biryani might be variable.
The biryani can vary depending on the, depending on the garam masala. I will tell you, Lakshmi, because most of the curry powders are very similar. I will not say different, but the garam masala is very important. That can vary your taste, and also exact amount of spices you have to add. A lot of people think that by adding too much Indian spices, you can prepare a dish well. No, so you have to add exactly. So like I said, curry powder have 3 main ingredients in it. That is turmeric, which creates the yellow color, and then coriander powder, and then cumin powder. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. All right. So now all these things are here. I added salt to it too. And now I will add a touch of lemon juice, freshly squeezed lemon juice. And I'm going to mix this with hand. Look at this. I encourage you all wear gloves and mix it with your own hand, but without mashing the vegetables. Look at this. This is a marination of all the vegetables which are not cooked completely, which are almost like 75 to 80% cooked. And I will also add touch of vegetable oil. Look at this. Look at this. I can smell it. So good. Look at this. Fluffy, very lightly. The yogurt helps it. It's not too sticky. Yogurt has water content in it. So this is a marination of vegetables. Now, white onion or yellow onion sliced very thin and deep fried it, and it becomes like a fried onions. Now you can also find fried onions in packets, but I always encourage you to fry your own onions. This become crumples like this. I add a little bit of fried onions to my mixture. Now, depending on your spice level, the hotness I'm talking about, you can add cayenne or you can add green chilies. It's up to you. I am going to add touch of green chilies and also some red chilies, because it's a virtual class. I can have this after I'm done. So this.
Okay. Would you also share your garam masala recipe with the audience today?
Yes, I would love to share garam masala recipe with you all.
Okay.
It's very simple. Take soft cinnamon sticks, bay leaf, cardamom, cloves, cumin seeds, star anise, and roast it in the oven for like 3 minutes, not a lot, at 350 degrees for 3 minutes, and then take it out, let it cool down, and grind it in a food processor or a coffee grinder.
Mm-hmm.
That is the recipe of garam masala. So now all this mixture of vegetables is ready. Now one very important ingredient and spice, which is my favorite, which is going to go in there, is saffron, right inside this mixture. This is a saffron. Saffron is very beneficial for your health, and it's a very expensive spice, but every house should have saffron because it's very good for your cooking. It's aromatic, flavorful, and also it's very good for your health. I'm going to add some saffron to this mixture. This mixture is ready to go. You don't have to wait. This biryani is prepared very fast. Now, while I was talking to you, my water got evaporated. I need to have a little bit more water in here. Can you please get it for me? Just add. Let me add some hot water. So while you can hear me, I'm getting inside the kitchen and adding some hot water. So again, biryani is a very popular dish in India. And today we are teaching you vegetable biryani, and this marination is for vegetable biryani. First step we did is we washed the rice 3 times, basmati rice, and then we soak the rice for 45 minutes. And then we are boiling water, plain water. We're boiling it with spices. We added bay leaf, we added cinnamon sticks, cumin seeds, a little bit of cardamom, a little bit of clove, salt, and let it boil. After the water boils, what we will do is we will add this rice to the water. Now, the method I'm teaching you is called draining method. Rice is cooked in different methods back in India. So this is a very popular method. So this rice, I'll put this rice inside this hot water. Let's cook this rice. So this, can you bring the camera? I'm cooking this rice in these spices and in hot water. Look at this. Rice will cook very fast. The reason is because it was washed, starch is out, it was soaked, and also it's in the hot water with spices. All the aromatic flavors from the spices will go in the rice. As soon as the rice cooks almost like 75%, I will drain the water out. So there is no measurement for water. So you can add 3 times more water than the rice because you're going to drain it eventually. And look at the rice. By taking a few grains of rice, you can see if the rice is almost 75% done or not done. But I would tell you that if you boil the rice in a hot water for 6 people, if you're preparing biryani, it will hardly take you 15 minutes. If you stand right in front of the burner, it will take you 15 minutes, and then you can use a spoon and stir it, without breaking the rice. If you stir it and let it come to a boiling temperature, 15 minutes, you're going to drain the water. As soon as you drain the water, you also you will see the rice is almost 75% done. And then what you do, the last step, which I'll show you, it's very good and very simple. But cooking rice in this method, especially for basmati rice, is amazing. Even if you don't prepare biryani, even if you prepare plain rice also, you can prepare it without any spices, just the salt, boil the water, add the rice, okay? And after 15 minutes, drain the water, put the rice back in the pot, add touch of butter or oil, whatever you want, and then put a lid on it, seal the pot, and leave it in an oven if you want, or you can leave it on the burner for just 20 minutes by sealing the pot. The nice white basmati rice is ready to go. It's very healthy. You can use it for anything else. But right now, what we are doing is we are preparing for biryani. So we added spices to it, and it's almost coming to a boiling temperature. I can see that because the water was very boiling. So what we will do is we will definitely strain the water. It's called draining method. So if you can bring the camera close to me. So first and foremost thing, what I do is I will see if I can take out any spices out. If you can see any spices, long spices, we don't need those spices because we already got the flavors from there, whether it's a bay leaf or cinnamon stick or anything. I'll just take it out, or I can even use a bouquet garni, a muslin cloth, and wrap all the spices and put it inside. That also I can use that method too. Now I'm going to drain this water out. You don't need this water. This rice back. This pot again. This beautiful aromatic basmati rice. Okay. So, turn this off. Let it cool down. And then now what we do is we take any kind of pot you want, you can use it, but I use a traditional. This is a part of the. I don't know how many of you know tagine from Morocco. It's a clay pot. Okay, it's a clay pot. I use this because it reminds me of my childhood. We use a lot of clay pot cooking when we were kids, because those days I have even remember my grandmother used to cook on wood burner, where we used to put wood and cook it on a 3-stone burner, which is the kitchen used to be outside the house. But this is a clay. It reminds me of that. All the flavors will go there. I use a clay base from tagine. Tagine is a Moroccan dish and Moroccan pot, but it reminds me of that. So I use this heavy duty tagine. This is made up of clay. So first thing I do is I'll just grease this a little bit with ghee. Ghee is a clarified butter. Okay, I grease this pot. Now what I do is I'll put a little touch of base with this rice in the bottom. And this is very interesting part. This part, look at this. I put a little bit of rice from that pot, which we cooked 75% of the rice underneath. And then what I will do is I'll put rest of the all vegetable mixture, vegetable marination, which we prepared, right into this pot. Spread it, nice fluffy. And you only use yogurt. Okay, you don't use any other kind of cream or anything. You want it nice. You don't want too heavy. So look at this. I can smell it. I can feel the aroma. It's so good. Look at this. This is becoming like a, between rice is becoming like a sandwich. So I put a rice in underneath, then I put the vegetable marination. Now I'll put the rest of the all rice I'll put on top of it. So I want you to see the camera. So look at the rice. All the basmati grains are all separated. I'm going to spread it.
So is the basmati fully cooked at this point?
No, the basmati is almost 75% cooked, but I can still see the grains. You know, the aroma coming from the basmati rice is not cooked completely because we are going to finish it. This is not finished dish yet.
Mm-hmm.
And also, Lakshmi, if you remember, the vegetable were only 75% done.
Right.
You know, so
right.
Now look at this. Okay, now this is all prepared. What we will do now is we will add a little touch of ghee. Ghee is a clarified butter. A little bit on top. If you don't want ghee, you can also add some touch of vegetable oil. Or if you don't want, you can just leave it like that too. I'll add some fried onions on top of it. And I'll add some chopped up cilantro and mint together. Then my important spice, which I always use, is the grinded cardamom powder. It's like cardamom powder. Okay, touch on top of it. Now, this is all prepared. What we need to do now is we need to seal this. We need to put it in the oven. 375 degrees. I would say for 20 minutes on a preheated oven. Believe me, this dish, all the aroma will be everywhere because of all the spices, because of basmati rice, and then the very important ingredient which went inside is saffron, which will give all the aroma, everything. And this dish will be prepared and it will be ready to be served. So what I will do is, while we prepare dessert, let's put this inside the oven. We will seal it. I will show you actually how to seal it. That way you know it. Then we will put it right inside the oven at 375 degrees for 20 minutes. Can you please get me some aluminum foil? You can do it two ways. You can cover it with aluminum foil, seal the pot, or there is a lid for it. Or what I'll show you right now is a different traditional way which you can do it. If you're so much fond of cooking, you can do it. I took a dough. This is a dough. You can knead a dough, or you can even find in supermarkets. Sometimes you find pizza dough or anything. You can just buy the dough and bring it home. Just use some all-purpose flour and roll it. Roll it like a flat bread. I'm showing you this traditional method we use back home. There are two different ways you can do it. This is a traditional, more in depth. If you are interested, you can do this. You can use a pizza dough if you want. You can find a pizza dough at any grocery store, already pre-made pizza dough. That will also help you. If it's too much for you. So now this flat bread is ready.
So this would be pretty much the way you would have made it at home in Hyderabad.
This is 100% the way I would have made it in Hyderabad. But now for our viewers and for anybody who thinks that this is a little bit complicated, I will show them another way. That way they have plan A and plan B. Someone who is advanced, who wants to go in depth and do the exact traditional ancient recipe, which I use it from my grandparents. My father has given to me. So this is a bread which is very flat, like any pizza dough or anything. I use this and I cover that whole pot with that. What you can do is, if you can't do this, you can actually wrap it with aluminum foil too. But we're not going to do that. We're going to do this with this. Let's use the traditional way. We need to wrap this up.
So tell us the story of your grandfather's cookbook while we watch you doing this.
So it's very interesting. I don't talk much about this, but I heard people already know about it. So my grandfather, before the India got independence, used to work for a printing press back in our back where I was born in India, Hyderabad. So he used to work for a printing press. He was very fond of cooking too. So what he did is with my grandmother and with other professional people, he developed a cookbook, which was never published, but he had all those recipes written in a different language, by the way. And he got it printed, and in those olden days, they used to get nicely binded. But that was never published, but my dad knew about it, and he was always in search of it. But he told me that once, he will search for it and give it to me. But after many years, he found that book and he passed it to me like 3 years back. And that book is with me right now here in America. I got it translated, and I use every recipe to showcase that old cooking of the region where I come from in India. So this bread is round, and then now what we do is add a little touch of water to it.
So Chef Asif, remember that when you are ready to part with that original cookbook, it belongs in our National Indo-American Museum as part of our immigrant story.
My pleasure, Lakshmi.
Thank you.
Knowledge is meant to be shared because that is how we can keep our tradition going. And this is the main reason I took up teaching as a job, teaching as a profession, because I always give lectures all over United States in a big culinary institute, whether it's CIA or any other kind of local institute or anyone. Because the reason is because I want to share that information after me. People should know, take the legacy forward. That is how we can take forward. And I would love to donate and give you that book in the part of the museum. So look at this beautiful. Look at this covered. Okay, this pot is completely covered, and we will bake it now. This is the original, authentic way of preparing a vegetable biryani. And then what we will do is we will put it at 375 degrees in the oven for 20 minutes. Then this vegetable biryani, which I also call, for Americans, I also call it like a vegetable rice casserole. It was mixture of rice and vegetable, marinated vegetable. I'm sealing the pot with all the spices and everything. It's going to go right in the oven. Hot oven at 375 degrees for 20 minutes. So any questions we have, Lakshmi, for vegetable biryani? This is very important. I would love to answer.
I think there is a question about how long the rice should be cooked in the water before you assemble it for baking.
So this is a very important question, and I want everyone to hear this. Basmati rice, long grain basmati rice. Wash it 3 times. This is part of the cooking. I want to tell you this. That's why I'm starting from the beginning. Wash it 3 times, the rice, basmati rice, with your fingers. Take out all the starch out. After that, soak it for 45 minutes. Let it soak in the water. Then take a boiling water. Put the rice in the boiling water. Takes 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Okay.
15 minutes. But it will take more time if you don't wash the rice. And if you don't soak the rice, it's going to take more time, and it can spoil the rice too. And it won't be basmati rice. That is the problem. We have, I would say, 90% of people fail cooking basmati rice because they don't follow these basic things: the washing rice, soaking rice.
Yeah.
When you do those two things, you got it under control. And then, of course, the cooking time and cooking process is also important. But these 2 things, if you do it, believe me, you're all set. And the grains should be fluffy. We will see that biryani when it comes out. I'll open up for you. You will see how the grains will be separated, and it will be very good.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Great. No, but I wonder, because we've already exceeded our time, is there a way we can do the dessert in just to give everybody a quick sense of how it's done?
Yes, we can do that. Okay. What we will do is, instead of going in depth, we can explain it, and we can
plate it. That way we are done.
That will be
Okay.
great. Okay.
So this dessert is a very popular dessert. I call it Indian bread pudding. I call it Indian bread pudding. Shahi means royal, Tukda means piece. So Shahi Tukda means royal piece of bread. This bread pudding is from southern part of India, from city where I come from, Hyderabad. So what we do is simple thing: Texas toast. Take Texas toast and just cut the Texas toast into a nice. Take the middle part in a round or any shape you want. Deep fry this, or even brush it with butter or bake it in the oven. But I would prefer it deep fried. Use the ghee, deep fry it, take this toast, leave it outside. And then what you do is prepare a custard, eggless custard. I would say eggless custard. So milk, whole milk, cream, boil it together. And we are boiling this with saffron. When you boil it with saffron, starts boiling, all the color from saffron will go in the milk. It will turn it into yellow. And then add the favorite spice, which will go inside, is cardamom powder. And to sweeten that, you can add condensed milk at the end. And then use cornstarch mixed with water. We call it cornstarch slurry. Use that to thicken that mixture. The mixture will become like this. This is a custard we're talking about.
Oh, wow.
And back in India, we call it rabdi, but I make it a little bit more lighter without adding any kind of heavy milk product or anything. But this is what it is. It's called rabdi. So now this toast, which we already will fry it, and then this rabdi is prepared. So Lakshmi, give me 2 minutes because I'm going to go get my ice cream and show you the plating of this final product. That way we are all set.
Great. Yeah, that will be good.
Yeah. So this custard, like I showed you, made with cream, whole milk, boiled with saffron, and then added a little bit of cardamom powder, and then thicken this with cornstarch slurry. Also added a little bit of condensed milk for sweetening. I didn't add any sugar. I don't want it too sweet. So I'm going to pour this in a plate right now. If you're serving to multiple guests, you can put it on the side, but also you can plate it like this. You see this? It's very simple, plating. And I add a little bit of raspberry puree. And then this is what I was talking about when I was telling you the Texas toast. I fried it. So you can fry it or you can butter it with brush and bake it in the oven, 350 degrees for like around 6 minutes. It should be crispy like this. Or you can do anything you want. So now this toast doesn't have any sugar or anything. It's just plain Texas toast. Put it right in the center.
Texas toast means it's thick sliced. Is that the main thing, chef, or is there a difference in the texture?
Texas toast means, you're right, Lakshmi, it's thick slice. That is the main reason. It's thick sliced. It's a thick slice of bread, which we typically use for French toast. Look at that ice cream. This is a pistachio ice cream prepared right here at 21 Spices. All my kulfis and ice creams are prepared here by the pastry chef. So I'm very proud to say that. I'm going to put a scoop of ice cream on top of it with that warm custard, warm slice of Texas toast bread. And now I added a little touch of some raspberry. And I'm just going to do some presentation.
Oh, this is mouth-watering.
Yeah, and also the beauty is that the traditional is very, very sweet. So I cut down that sweetness with little bit of what do you call with ice cream. And also, I don't soak traditionally they soak it in the sugar syrup, the bread, but I don't do it because I don't like it. It's too sweet for me. That is how I'm going to decorate it. Look at this beautiful dessert. It's ready to go.
So what is the pink thing?
It's an edible flower, you know.
Oh, okay. That's beautiful.
Yeah. So, you know, it's a very simple dessert. You can prepare it very fast. And it is very authentic Indian dessert prepared for royal families. And sometimes I also use 24 karat gold leaf on top of it. So that's how it's served. And any other questions, Lakshmi, we have from guest?
Yeah, I wonder from the audience if there is anything as we wind up. I think everybody's just been enthralled with watching you, and we have many compliments coming in. So that's great. And you know, to the audience, I would say, please do send in your comments of what you liked and how we can improve this program. That would really help us too. So we look forward to hearing from all of you. And Chef, I think you've just got us all hungry for what you've been cooking. We're going to start trying all this. Even those of us who are not into cooking feel like cooking today.
Please cook. And even if you don't like cooking, be with people who like cooking. Give them a company. And also, I apologize for a little bit of glitches from my side, actually. But, you know, it's Murphy's Law. Things happen. But I really love you all. Thank you very much. And if you ever come to Naples, please do visit 21 Spices and enjoy the experience. And I really encourage you all eat healthy. Encourage others to eat healthy. And also one very, very important advice I have for all of you, share the recipe. Knowledge is meant to be shared. It's not meant to be kept it secretly, no. Especially cooking, because you're benefiting the mankind by sharing good quality, healthy recipes to everyone. Thank you very much.
I think that's the generous spirit that you have that really is wonderful, Chef. Thank you for joining us.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Chef. You've been a sport through all the glitches and everything. We do not mind any of that. Thank you to our host, Lakshmi, for just carrying the conversation along and doing such a good job with that. But most of all, thank you to our audience for taking their time out, spending this lovely Saturday morning with us. You will have the recipe in your email. Like I said, please consider donating a small amount to the link in the chat box. You can email me with the I will also email you the donation link. Any amount that you donate will support programs like this and having wonderful chefs and hosts like this to our museum. Thank you very much and hope you have a wonderful rest of the day.